difficult at best.
Do you want to maybe, I mean, it's not a discussion that has to, we don't have to make a decision tonight, but do you want to maybe talk about the finance committee, talk with the finance committee and see what their role, you have a meeting on December 12th, or maybe just feel out what their role, what they want their role to be, and maybe we can figure out. I don't think anyone needs to micromanage the process. I think they were just sort of involved. They actually the finance committee actually put the worksheet together for the budget. It was done by finance and reviewed by the town administrator and the accountant and the assessor, but they were the ones who created the worksheet.
Okay. Typically assessors aren't so involved, and I know Jen's different because she is a resident expert here in town hall. You know, I don't know what will happen when she goes. I know that typically assessors, you know, aren't so involved. So maybe she'll be on the finance committee. But I will absolutely talk with them on December 12th about it and what they feel they're comfortable with, how familiar they are with the state laws and local laws and, you know, everything that goes along with the town budget. I wish we had an accountant, but we don't have an accountant that works with us on our budget. So there's that. So, you know, I'll just report back and let you know what they say.
That'd be great. What time is the meeting on the 12th, Nicole?
5:30.
Do you want me to, that isn't our regular meeting night, right?
Well, it would be if you were doing second and fourth, but since it's first and third in December,
okay.
That was why we made it on the 12th.
Yep, I was hoping to be able to attend, but I can't. So
I can try. I'll put it in my calendar and see what happens.
Okay. Just if there's any feedback or anything the board can do to support the process. I don't think the board. I personally don't think we need to micromanage it, but if there's something we can do to support the process, so it isn't. I think we're learning on getting more accurate numbers so that we don't have surprises that arise. But I think, you know, I think this will be a better budget year because you'll have another sort of budget year under your belt. You came in mid-process, sort of. So,
yeah. And I didn't really have the support, so it was a little bit of an arduous process.
Great. So you'll keep us updated on that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you. Anything else on the budget discussion and discussion on the process? Okay. Committee reports.
You got those at the last meeting, so I don't have any.
Okay. On to your report, Nicole.
Yep. So start with USDA. DPC, our engineering firm, submitted a request to withdraw the NOI from the Conservation Commission on the town of Hardwick's behalf for the proposed pump station. A new location has been identified. It's a small portion of the East Quabbin Land Trust. Not sure the map and lot. Just south of the area that it was proposed originally, and they are currently doing an assessment on the property to make sure that it meets all of their requirements for USDA. And we are also working on the easement with the land trust right now, simultaneously, so we don't fall back on any of our deadlines. And it should be, this environmental review should be finalized sometime after the 5th of December that we received a comment from the state engineer that it's somewhere around there. So we're hoping it'll be soon. So there's just that right now. Tomorrow I have a meeting with DPC to discuss the change order and moving the location. So I'll report back after that. But that's it. There's not been a lot going on because we have already awarded the project. The former knitter's mill in Gilbertville, I was asked for an update. And so I did get this, I kind of copied and pasted it from the email from Mr. Raluca, who is he's the realtor, but he's sort of still on the project. He told me he's very much involved. So he said the asbestos has been removed, as well as the metal and demolition materials. Windows for lower floor should be going in shortly. Last night, well, not last night, because I got this last week when I asked him, but done some sort of relationship building with sewer and water districts, although he hasn't talked to me at all about sewer. So he might have talked to Scott, I'm not sure, but they are going to have to connect, and they have to connect water, and they were looking for lines. Gary Stein from Gilbert Water was out here today. They had met out there. They were marking lines for the water and sewer. I think just water and sewer. Last Friday, they're bringing specialists and equipment out. Okay, so that was water and fire main lines. That actually happened today. There's a single hose line into the building for now for demo. They will need taps for the project, so that's why they're really trying to get connected. Temporary power, supply chains for transformers have kept them from really getting to where they want to be right now. And they're almost ready to act on the relocation of the clam shrimp with National Heritage. They're just waiting for the final sign off for the remediation and relocation plan. So they're working. As you can see, if you drive by, the lights are always on, and they're in there doing some work. The OSRP is what you appointed the committee tonight. We got a grant for $10,750 to assist in updating it. We will be meeting on Fridays at 10 a.m. with Danny Marcini from CMRPC. And now that you've formally appointed the committee, all the Zoom meetings will be on our calendar. Let's see. The elementary school, the front entry doors are decayed and becoming compromised. The school received a quote for $18,454 from New England School Services. I called 3 other companies for quotes. One went out. One was meeting the custodian out there on Friday, and so I should have another quote, but I think I'm only going to get 2. And the tax classification hearing, the assessors would like to hold the hearing Monday, December 5th, 2022. The rest of my report, which will be on our website for people to peruse, are just ongoing issues. I don't know if you want me to go through them, or if you want me to briefly, or just kind of, these are ongoing issues that are on every agenda until they've been resolved.
I think I'm good with reading them here. I guess I just wanted to sort of expand a little bit. I don't know, Rob and Kelly, if you wanted to go through all the ongoing and the status. I think
no, I'm good with it. I mean, they're ones that that are on there all the time.
Yeah, I understand what I've read them.
I think the only thing, Nicole, is sort of on your report and stepping off this a little bit. We need to get a personnel committee meeting scheduled for, have we heard, we still haven't heard back from council on the retiree insurance?
No, but I was looking at that today. I think he's had it for a while, so I'm going to reach out tomorrow, and it should be coming back to us very soon. Sometimes we get put on the back burner, but he's had it for a while, so it's not extremely lengthy. It's only a few pages, so I'm sure he's reviewed it. But no, we haven't had that back yet. And yeah, the other thing is, speaking of the personnel committee, I've been approached today because in our current personnel committee, half a day before Thanksgiving is in there as a holiday. So people are asking about it. And I said, well, we actually have already updated it. And they're like, well, where is it? I said, well, it hasn't been formally approved by the Board of Selectmen. So I think we have to revert back to it. So I think that we should hopefully get that to the Board of Selectmen ASAP. And for this year, there'll be a half a day on Thanksgiving Eve. So Wednesday will be a half a day for the town of Hardwick. Although it's been taken out for, later on, ongoing years. And I had thought that we should probably revisit some of these things that have been taken away from the town hall employees, like longevity and things like that, I don't know why exactly. I wasn't on the committee, but it's hard to find municipal workers, especially now, but especially because we are public sector, and it's been, long known that there's not a lot of salary in the public sector. It's sort of your benefits and, the retirement packages, the pensions. that really drive people to, to retain good employees. And people aren't really seeing that anymore. People don't come in and stay in a job for 40 years like they used to. And so it's really hard to keep people and keep good people. So I hope that I'm thinking that I would like to possibly revisit some of the things that have been taken away for town hall employees. And I say town hall, and I don't mean that. I just mean all town employees except for police, and they do have a union, so that was never negotiated out. But I want to go back to fair, and I know nothing is fair in life, but I think across the board we should look at all the benefits for all of the employees. And I don't have a problem with taking some of the holidays out, like the half a day. But I think that, again, it comes down to, especially after this pandemic, it's really hard to find good people, and to attract people with good fringe benefits is important. So I think a personnel committee meeting is in order.
Do we want to get that on the calendar?
I forgot what we were originally talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's
So
okay.
we had a problem with the salary too. The way that the salary has been computed over the years, it may have been fine. It may have been a little inaccurate. But I think a lot of the employees were treated as salary employees, and they're hourly, so they really need to be treated in their payroll as hourly. So I've reworked all of the hourly employees, and I'd like to bring that in front of the personnel committee as well. So there's that, and then there's the retirement insurance that we needed to bring in front of the personnel committee. So I don't know when you want to meet. I mean, December is December.
If next Tuesday's meeting is quick, could we do it right after, or I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Okay, I can ask if the personnel committee is available, which is
what do you
Jen?
think, Joe?
The 29th, we're meeting at 6:30.
Right.
I mean, potentially we could do it then.
Just a thought, just to try to minimize multiple meetings.
How long? So the purpose of the meeting on the 29th is to review
Member.
the issues or the personnel committee changes that you had to make with regard to compensation, and also the retiree insurance. Maybe we'll have it back by then.
That would be good. I mean, I don't know how much time I'll have between now and then to, of course I can put it together. And I hope that the personnel committee would be available. I think there's only 2 other members on there that I have to check their availability for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to try to, whatever we can accomplish on that night, I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
So perhaps,
is it possible to meet before 6:30 for the personnel committee, or?
I think that's probably Rob if he can.
Oh, right.
Could we do it on Zoom? Do both on Zoom? You think that's possible? That might make it easier for it to be earlier.
Or after. I mean, doesn't matter to me.
Rob, do you have a preference?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Do we even have an office space to have a meeting in?
Well, that was my other thought. I don't think we do.
We do not. The room is completely empty.
Yeah.
So we have to meet on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's meet at 6 if that works for everybody.
I can do 6.
I have a client meeting at 4, but I don't imagine it's going to go longer than an hour, so I could be available also at 6.
We'll do personnel committee first, and then we'll do select board.
just to follow.
Yeah.
And I'm really close to finishing this darn thing. And so maybe I would have it completely retyped by then too. I will try. I really will try. It's been very painful to retype this whole thing.
Thank you, Kelly.
The formatting in it was miserable.
Yes, it was,
Oh,
for sure. Okay, so the 29th, we'll have a personnel committee meeting. And then following, Nicole, you'll get those posted for us?
Yep.
And then check with Cheryl or a representative from finance and Jen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you for your report. We're not in person to do any signatures and approvals, but if is there anything that needs signature?
There is just the Mart. I don't know if you want to authorize me.
Do we have a copy of it?
No, it was just put in my box today.
I mean, if you're happy to, if the board is okay, if Nicole sends it over to me, scans it over to me, and I can direct her to sign it.
that's fine, Julie. I'm fine with that.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay. So a couple things under Selectmen Roundtable. Rob and I attended Nick Bousquet's Eagle Project ceremony yesterday at the Page Library. It was sort of nice to attend something that was very, very positive, and he was very well spoken. The board did give him a proclamation. Senator Goby was there also to give a proclamation or a declaration to Nick in the library. Very well spoken. Again, if you have the opportunity to go to the library and see the walkway and the platform that he put it in memory of I think it's his great aunt, who was a librarian at the library for over 4 decades, I believe, almost 5. Very well done. The project was very well done. Very impressive young man. So that was a very positive thing that we attended yesterday. I don't know, Rob, if you wanted to add anything on that.
Yeah, it was good to hear that he had a lot of participation from the community, and Marty and the library and different residents had really helped him out. It was good to hear the great community project.
So one of the members of the community that helped out is Rob. So a big shout out to Rob for his donation of his time to help out Nick and the project. Another item on the Selectmen Roundtable, Nicole, can you please reach out to Stan from the Board of Health and request that he attend our next regularly scheduled meeting to discuss the contract with Lester? That would be January 5th. Is that correct?
December 5th.
Did I say January? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush the time.
No, please.
December 5th. And can we also, I believe we have a vacancy on the Board of Health. Is that accurate? I don't think Ryan is on anymore. But I believe we have a vacancy on the Board of Health. Can we check in with Ryan?
It's not a vacancy. There is somebody who has never come in to be sworn in and never participated, but they were voted in, and I don't remember their name.
Okay, that's fine. For some reason, I thought there was a vacancy. So, okay.
Ernie Warburton. He's who won the election, but yeah.
So can we ask Ryan what happens in that case if we have a member who doesn't participate, and how that all works logistically?
So I was told by council that we should actually, since he's not responded to any of the correspondence, that we should actually hand him a resignation letter, go to his house, knock on the door, and ask for the resignation if he's not going to participate. And then the Board of Selectmen can appoint someone until the next election.
Is that something the board wants to, perhaps we can talk about that at the December 5th meeting? About how we proceed with that?
I think that's a good idea, Julie.
Okay,
Yeah, let's make sure it's on the agenda.
okay. Anything else under, so, you'll make sure that the conversation about the contract is on the agenda for the 5th. Is there anything else that we need to talk about with regard to the Selectmen's Roundtable?
I don't have anything.
I think the only thing I would say, is that, we had talked about having a sit down with the selectmen or whatever you want to call it, in November, and I wasn't able to do that. I think I'm next on the schedule. So perhaps, later in January, we can put that. December is going to be a busy month. I know there's things that are scheduled inside the municipal building for December. So maybe we can set it up in January. And I don't remember, what was the date that we did it a Wednesday, was like the third Wednesday of the month or something. Does that ring a bell, Kelly or Rob?
I think it was the second or third. I think it was just whatever worked best for whoever was doing it.
So I don't have a problem. I don't know, Rob, if you'd rather do January and I can switch off, or what we want to do.
I would prefer January. It works usually a little better for me.
Okay,
If you're busy, I can certainly take it.
that would be great if you could actually do January. So, and you could set the date. I just don't want it to fall off. Forget about it happening. So whenever is convenient for you.
About the middle of the month, usually do like the 18th.
That would work.
Put that in my calendar.
Yeah, I think I did mine the third Wednesday in September. So that kind of holds through.
About 3 o'clock you did it? Was that the
I
time?
think so. Yeah, I think I did 3. Yep.
Okay, anything else under Selectmen's Roundtable?
I'm good.
Okay. Hearing none. Anything else we need to discuss, Nicole, before I ask for a motion to adjourn?
I don't think so.
All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn our meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
So it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, I have to call the roll. Kelly,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
Julie is an aye. So the meeting is adjourned at 8:11. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly and Rob. Thank you, Nicole.
Okay, good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
So Nicole, before you end the meeting, can I please just copy the chat?
Yeah, I did